Okay. Hi, welcome to Tattoos in Vancouver. My name's Linton Chan. Today I'm with James Cruz, and he's going to tell us his tattoo story. So James, why don't you start on your first experience with tattoos?
Well, actually growing up, both of my parents and a lot of my family members had tattoos. And so for me, it was just kind of something normal that people did, you know, like obviously not everyone, like just the adults in my family had tattoos, but I was like, oh, hey, well, you know, it's kind of just a normal thing, you know, like a hobby. And so my first tattoo is actually this one right here, this eagle on my arm. And the story behind that one, it's not really much of like an interesting story, but after I had graduated, my mom and I were talking about tattoos and stuff, and my mom brought up that like out of everyone in my family, I'm like one of the only ones without a tattoo. And I was like, oh, you're right, like I don't know. I don't really have like anything in mind that I want to get, but like it'd be kind of cool to get one. So she was like, you know, well, you just graduated, so it'll be my gift to you for graduating. So, you know, I took her up on the offer. For a while, I didn't really know what I wanted to get, but I thought about it, and I was like, well, if I'm gonna get something, it might as well be something that I really like. When, you know, why not two things that I like? So I thought of birds, you know, eagles. I really like. They're pretty cool birds. I like swords too. Kind of into that kind of thing. I played D&D for a while, so I was like, why not put them together and get this kind of eagle sword image going on?
Okay.
Yeah, there's no real super deep meaning behind it. I just like how it looks. I told my idea to the artist. I was like, yeah, put an eagle and a sword together. And she was like, yeah, let's do it. So she drew that up. I liked it and put it on my arm.
Yeah, nice. Did you get that in Vancouver or?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got this one in Surrey.
Surrey.
Yeah, around where I live.
And did you know the artist before, or did your parents? Because you said your parents kind of. It sounded kind of like a parental kind of, or joining into the family kind of thing.
Yeah, the artist that did my arm was actually the same girl who had done a lot of my mom's and my dad's and my brother's tattoos.
Yeah. And
so I had grown up kind of seeing her work and being really impressed by it. So I was like, hey, I kind of want to get one of those for myself.
Now your ethnicity, I actually don't know your ethnicity. Can I ask that?
Yeah, for sure. My mom
Yeah.
is Caucasian.
Yeah.
I think most of her family is from like Newfoundland. And my dad is Filipino.
Filipino, okay.
Yeah.
So do you think your background, Filipino background, and because I'm Asian and a lot of Asian parents don't really like their kids having tattoos. Yeah. Did your I don't know too much about Filipinos' culture. Your dad seems to be very accepting of tattoos, and he kind of influenced you, but what's your thoughts on that?
Well, actually, to be honest, I don't know a lot about Filipino culture myself. I'm actually third generation, so
Okay.
my dad was born here, and my dad has tons of tattoos, like way more than I have.
Yeah.
He's super into it. Like after I got mine, he was like, "Yeah, James, right on." Like that's cool. And my Lola, like my grandma, on my dad's side, I think she likes them. She doesn't mind them at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's pretty accepting.
Yeah, very accepting.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever felt, at least in my family, that having tattoos made me, I don't know, any less in their eyes.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. That's good to hear, because that part of my channel, I want to push that, acceptance of tattoos. Can you? I saw there's one other tattoo. Is that your second tattoo, or is this?
Yeah, this is my second one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's I got it, I think, maybe the year after I got the first one.
Okay.
So this was 2014. I think this was Christmas 2015. It was another gift from my mom. Christmas gift from my mom. So, the design behind this one is kind of the same principle, where I took two things that I really like. Lions are cool, knights are cool. You got the medieval theme going on here, so you put them together. I had the same girl draw it up, just because I wanted the styles to match.
Sorry, what was the name of the artist?
Oh, her name is Andrea Hart.
Andrea Hart in Surrey.
Yeah, in Surrey. She works in White Rock now, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, she has an Instagram account, so check her out.
Cool. So yeah, that looks very cool. Like the design, was yeah, like as you said, knights and lions.
Yep.
And that it looks kind of like a glove there.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is kind of or gauntlet.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, kind of like this. Actually, my brother's first tattoo was also this kind of like gauntlet, kind of I don't know how you'd say placement. So
Okay.
around his forearm.
Yeah.
And I just kind of like the look of that. So when I went for my first two, well, I think these are my only two except for my leg.
Okay.
To be honest, like I don't really have a lot of experience with tattoos. I'm not super into the culture either. But this is kind of what I wanted. Is what I had in mind.
Okay. Okay. I want to take a look at your third tattoo. if you
Oh
don't
yeah,
mind.
sure. Just on my leg.
Yeah, and you said that was your. That's it for now.
Yeah, this is it for now.
Yeah. And I remember you telling me the story of this. If you could tell me the story of this Hanyu, right?
Hanya,
Sorry.
yeah. Yeah, no worries. This one is probably the least, how would you say, like ceremonious out of the three.
Okay.
This was done at a flash tattoo event, I think 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. So I had gone with my mom and my brother. And both of them wanted to get a tattoo, right? Because it's a flash event, it's cheap, it's kind of fun for the whole family. And so we had all gone, and everybody wanted to get something except for me. So I was just kind of sitting around in the waiting area.
Okay, thanks.
And yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
My mom was just like, "Well, James, you came all the way out here. Why aren't you getting anything? It's like cheap too. Like I think they were ranging from like 150 to like $300, so not too bad." And I was thinking, I'm like, well, I don't really have anything in mind that I would want.
Yeah.
And so my mom was like, well, I mean, you're studying Japanese in school right now. You seem to be pretty into that, so why not get something like Japanesey? And so I was like, sure. Like, I took a look through the book. I found this Hanya, and I thought it looked really cool. So I was like, let's go, let's get it done. And the funny thing is that I didn't even know. Like, I had seen the images of Hanyas before, right? I knew, like, kind of the design, but I had no idea what they meant.
Yeah.
Until, like, halfway getting the tattoo done, I was like, well, it's going to be on my body forever. Let's find out what it means. So I Googled it, and I don't remember for sure. It's, like, something... well, I know for sure it's used in theater.
Yes,
Japanese theater,
that's what
right?
I've read up on, too, yeah.
Yeah, and I think it represents, like, the soul of, like, a jealous woman or, like, an ex-lover or something.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's kind of cool.
I remember you also said that one was the most painful.
Yes.
So, would you say it felt like a jealous woman?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the wrath of a jealous woman, that is.
Yeah, I would say so. It was pretty painful.
But your arms one, you would rank that the most painful, and then your arm was not as bad, or?
You know what? It's always painful, and it's never. I can never, like, honestly tell anyone that it was a good time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so leg is the least good time, most painful. Arm wasn't too bad as far as I can recall.
Yeah.
I think my first one, I kind of wanted to act all tough in front of my family.
Yeah.
And not really put on like a sad face. But after about 10 minutes, I was really faded, and I was like, oh, you know what? This is not super comfortable. But
yeah.
I mean, it looks good after you're done, and it's kind of a good experience. it's an experience. Yeah. So I didn't mind it.
Yeah. I think if you look back on it, like I have some tattoos that I got like 10 years ago or something. You don't remember the pain as much. Yeah, or how much it hurt, but they do all hurt anyways. There's one more question I want to ask you.
Yeah.
And are you planning to get another one, or is there any ideas you really want to do, or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do want to get more. What I'm what I'm kind of considering right now is that after school I wanted to work in Japan for a little bit. And they are a little bit notorious for being strict about tattoos. Now, I know a few people who work in Japan with tattoos, my uncle being one of them. He's got a sleeve and he's working his job just fine. But for the most part, they're a little bit reluctant to hire anybody over there with tattoos, and it's kind of just a little bit of a hassle. Like, I kind of already, went over the edge by getting even one. So, I mean, what's another like one or two? But something that I want to take into consideration going forward is like, like just how much do I want to cover up? Because if it was just up to me with no outside influence, you could bet I'd be filling up all the space if I had the money for it.
Yeah, for sure.
But I mean, I guess since I've already done here, I kind of want to fill up this sleeve.
Okay.
And
it's something also Japanese inspired, or just do you have
Ooh.
a specific? Do you want to go back to was it Andrea?
Yeah, Andrea.
Or did
definitely,
you want to...
I'm definitely going back to Andrea to finish up this arm.
Yeah.
I've got the Hanya on the left leg already, so maybe if I get anything, anything else on my left leg, that'll be more Japanese inspired.
Okay. Kind of split it up, kind of.
Yeah, one of my friends actually just came back from Kyoto, a year-long study in Kyoto, and he got his whole arm done. That was his first tattoo. Is like its whole Japanese sleeve, and it looks so good. So maybe if I have the money and the time one day, I'll get out there and do one myself.
Okay. I'll have to ask you. Do you know where you said Kyoto? He got it done.
Yeah, he got it done in Kyoto.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. So there is a kind of. It's becoming a little more accepting, you would say, in Japan?
I've heard conflicting reports on that. A lot of my younger friends, when I ask them oh, will I be okay to get a job, or how will people see me over there?
Yeah.
A lot of the younger people say it's not too big a deal now. And when I was in Japan, it didn't seem to be such a big deal. I would walk around in short sleeves and go about my business, and nobody would ever ask, right?
Yeah.
When I talk to older people, they will tell me that it's a little bit of a disadvantage to have tattoos because they're typically looked down upon. I don't know fully the reason why. Probably something to do with Yakuza or
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, there's kind of a lesser image of tattoos than we have in the West. But what was the question again?
I think I asked. Do you think it's more accepting now?
Yeah, it probably depends on where you are and who you ask.
Yeah.
I still think you can't go to onsen or anything, or most onsen with tattoos. You need to go to a private one or.
Yeah. I think I was watching a couple who have tattoos. They're Caucasian, and it's more accepting for. The Japanese people accept them more because they're foreigners having tattoos. They think it's cool. But if they're Japanese, it's a different story.
Yeah,
if you're Japanese.
I think you're. You're pretty.
Yeah.
I think you're pretty spot on there.
Okay.
That sounds about That sounds about right based on what I've heard.
Okay, thanks. Going back to your future tattoos, do you have a specific design? Do you know what I know you want to get your arm and your leg probably Japanese, but a Japanese koi fish or
good question.
Lettering. I know lettering's meaningful for a lot of people, but
All right, let's see. Give me a second. Okay.
Sure.
Don't know anything about my leg, but for my arm, I've already got two animals here, right?
Yeah.
So I was thinking, why not animal it up and get some, maybe a spider or a snake or a dragon.
Okay.
Something like that. When it comes to picking out a design, it's usually something that I like. Just for the aesthetics. None of these have a super deep meaning. You could say maybe, do you know the game Dark Souls?
I do, yes.
One of the bosses in that game is kind of like a lion knight, and that's kind of where I got the inspiration for this one.
Yeah.
The lion silhouette armor. So maybe I'll go to some other source of inspiration for the rest of my arm. Maybe I don't know. What other animal-inspired designs were in that game? I think there was a hawk.
Okay.
And I don't know, something else in Dark Souls, but we'll see what happens.
Okay. Well, I hope to have you on my show again, James.
Oh yeah, I'd be
when
glad
that
to do
happens. And I want to thank you so much for giving your time and giving the interview.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Yeah. Anyways, and if you guys like my content, please comment, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Thanks.